The world's scariest unsolved mysteries. This picture shows unsolved mysteries from the most well-known to the darkest of the dark. Some of these mysteries will drive you crazy and make you question everything. In this series, we'll be picking some from each category, until we reach Tier 10, which will apparently make you and me question our entire existence. Without further ado, let's get into Tier 1. This is Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, and it's one of the most famous unsolved mysteries of all time. Now, on the 8th of March 2014, the plane was flying from Kuala Lumpur International Airport to Beijing capital. However, the plane never reached its destination. After just over 2 hours, the flight disappeared off the radar, and ATC had no contact with the plane. Days after the mysterious disappearance, people started looking into it, but found absolutely nothing. Not even any debris was actually found initially. It's believed that the plane could have actually been hijacked. And it's also of course possible that the plane did just crash somewhere in the sea, but nothing was found. Make sure you hit that follow button so you don't miss Tier 2. It's about to get crazy.
This Seattle soda machine is a mystery. No one knows who installed it, no one knows who stocked it, and no one knows who collected the money. Since the late 90s, it sold soda at 75 cents, and it began with one mystery button that gradually grew, and it would dispense rare sodas or sodas that weren't even in circulation. In January 2018, it raised its price to $1, and at that point, all of the buttons were mystery buttons. And in June 2018, it just disappeared. On its Facebook page, it said, "Going for a walk, need to find myself, maybe take a shower even." And since then, it's been photoshopped into pictures from around the world.
This man claimed to be from a country that doesn't exist, and some people say his story could be proof of a parallel universe. In July of 1954, a businessman entered a Tokyo airport and was asked for his passport, which he then handed over. His passport said he was from a country named Torad, and it looked 100% legit and even had stamps from other countries. But the country of Torad doesn't exist. Trying to understand the situation, the customs officers brought out a map and had him point to where the country of Torad was, and he pointed right here. He pointed to the country we know of as Andorra, and this perplexed the man, and he said the map was wrong. And what's even crazier is that the man said he had flown from Torad to Tokyo many times in the past. Since security couldn't verify where this man was from, they detained him and put him in a hotel and put guards at the door. The guards never left the door, but the next morning the mysterious man, along with his belongings and passport, had disappeared.
Is this proof that mermaids are real?
Stories about sightings of these creatures date back to over 30,000 years ago.
Here are some skeletons that have been discovered over the years. So many people have the same stories and descriptions of mermaids from all over the world.
Obviously, this was way before the internet was a thing, so how big of a coincidence is it that all of these stories match up? There are also real cave paintings that date back over 7,000 years ago that depict humans and mermaids fighting. I mean, take a look at these. They really look like they're mermaids. Columbus wrote about seeing mermaids when he was sailing near the Dominican Republic. He described them as not half as beautiful as they were painted. We've only explored 5% of the ocean, and to give you a better perspective, we've explored 4% of space.
I don't know if I believe it, but I definitely think it could be possible. Let me know your thoughts and hit the plus.
Here's some of the greatest conspiracy theories of all time. Michael Jackson, also known as the King of Pop, was one of the most popular singers, songwriters, and dancers of the 20th century. Made famous by his voice, songs, and the also famous moonwalk, he became an all-time favorite amongst society. On June 25, 2009, less than 3 weeks before his This Is It show, Michael Jackson died from cardiac arrest in his home after being given various medications by his personal physician, Conrad Murray. However, the video you are seeing now was taken on the same day of Michael Jackson's death, which shows what looks to be the famous pop star being escorted out of a coroner's van into a secluded area. Some might say that this happened before his death, but officials pronounced him dead at 2:26 p.m. Pacific time, and this video was taken at night that same day.
Government conspiracies that actually turned out to be true. Warning, some of these will make you doubt your government. The first theory that was proven to be true is that the CIA created a heart attack gun. The theory states that the CIA built a secret weapon in the 60s and 70s that could cause a fatal heart attack. The weapon shot a small dart that left nothing behind except for a small red dot on the skin. The target would only feel a small prick, kind of like a bug bite, but would be poisoned. The poison would also not be detected in an autopsy. The next one is actually crazy. In fact, my mom couldn't even believe this one. Another theory proven to be accurate includes the government poisoning alcohol. When the government banned alcohol in 1920, bootleggers would steal industrial alcohol used in paints, fuels, and solvents, and medical supplies and re-distill it for sale. In an attempt to stop people from drinking alcohol, the government changed the formulas of industrial alcohol to make it completely undrinkable. More than 10,000 individuals died because of this. Comment below for part 2.
Conspiracy theories that people actually believe. We live in a simulation. These theories suggest that we live in a giant simulation. So scientists think that in the future we will be able to simulate universes. But that makes us think that maybe it has already been done. And we are the ones that actually live in a simulation and we don't know that we are not real. And even Elon Musk has said that we are probably living in a simulation. The next conspiracy theory is that the moon doesn't exist. People say it is actually just a projection, and some people think it's also a hoax, and it was created to distract people from the existence of Nibiru, which is a rogue planet that will cause the apocalypse. Do you believe that any of these are true?